That simple, healthy squeeze of lemon that you add to your water or your tea every day, is it really helping you, or could it be silently harming you? Today we are going to solve the great lemon paradox, the 3 common food pairings that can cause serious problems for seniors, and the 3 smart healing swaps that can turn this powerful fruit into a true medicine. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple, science-backed truths to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter. And to help us navigate this very important and very confusing topic of food combining, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life teaching the deep wisdom of balance in our diet. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. A powerful food is often a double-edged sword. It has the power to heal, but if it is used incorrectly, it also has the power to harm. And the lemon is a perfect example of this. Its great power comes from its natural acidity. This acidity can be a wonderful friend to our body, or it can be a difficult enemy, depending on what it meets inside your stomach. Today, we will learn that wisdom.
That is a perfect way to put it. Let's have a quick masterclass for our viewers on what makes the simple lemon so powerful in the first place. It is really a beautiful combination of 3 things. First, of course, is its very high content of vitamin C, which we know is absolutely essential for a strong immune system and for helping our body to build healthy collagen. Second is its citric acid. This is what gives it its famous sour taste, and it can be a wonderful aid for our digestion, but as we will soon see, it can also be the source of many problems. And third, lemons are very rich in plant compounds called bioflavonoids, which are powerful antioxidants that work in a beautiful partnership with the vitamin C to help protect all of our cells from daily damage. And that is exactly our mission for you today. In this complete guide for each of the 3 most common and dangerous lemon pairings that seniors make, Dr. Hinohara will explain the problem, I will add the simple science, and then he will immediately reveal a safe and a healing swap that you can make instead. It is a true blessing to have this kind of knowledge, to be able to use the simple and good gifts of nature in a way that truly benefits our bodies. If you are ready to learn how to use lemons wisely and safely, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and this guide is full of surprising and very practical advice. Okay, doctor, let's get right into our smart swaps with lemon. Let's start with a very common combination that many people, especially seniors, believe is a healthy choice, but you say it can be a recipe for real digestive discomfort. What is our first dangerous pairing?
Yes, our first dangerous pairing is lemon combined with dairy products. This includes milk, yogurt, cream, and even cheese. Many people believe that because both of these are healthy on their own, they must be healthy when they are eaten together. But this is a common mistake. The source text for our video shares a wonderful and a very common story of a woman in her 70s whom we will call Joyce. She had a nightly habit of drinking a cup of warm milk with a generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice. She had read online that this was a detox drink that would help her to sleep better. But she kept waking up in the middle of the night feeling queasy and very bloated. She could not understand why her healthy drink was making her feel so unwell every single night.
That is such a common story, and it is a perfect example of how a little bit of chemical knowledge can make a big difference. The problem is a very simple and a very direct chemical reaction that happens in your stomach. Let's look at the science. Lemon juice, as we now know, is very high in citric acid, and dairy products like milk and yogurt are very high in a specific protein called casein. When the strong citric acid from the lemon meets the casein protein from the milk, the acid immediately causes the milk to curdle. It is the same exact process that a person would use in the kitchen to make a simple cheese. The acid causes all of the casein proteins to clump together and to separate from the liquid, and this forms a dense, heavy, lumpy mass. Now, in a young person with a very strong digestive system, their powerful stomach acid might be able to break this dense mass down. But as we get older, our body's natural production of both stomach acid and digestive enzymes begins to decline. For a senior, this curdled, dense mass of protein can be very, very difficult to digest. It can sit in the stomach like a heavy rock for a very long time, which is what leads to that uncomfortable feeling of bloating gas and indigestion that your patient Joyce was experiencing.
So the combination is a true recipe for discomfort. So, doctor, what is the healing swap? If a person wants a warm and a soothing drink in the evening, what should they combine their lemon with instead of the milk?
The smart and the healing swap is to, of course, avoid mixing the lemon with your dairy. Instead, for a wonderful, gentle, and soothing digestive tonic, you should combine your lemon with a high-quality raw honey in a simple cup of warm water.
And this is a beautiful and a very traditional combination that works in perfect harmony with the body. The gentle acidity from the lemon, as we discussed, can help to gently kickstart your own natural digestive processes. And the raw honey. And it is very important that it is raw and not the clear processed kind that you find in the little bear-shaped bottle, is a true powerhouse of healing benefits. First, raw honey is full of its own natural enzymes that can also aid in the digestive process. And second, and perhaps most importantly, it contains special prebiotic compounds. These are the unique compounds that act as the favorite food for the good and friendly bacteria that live in your gut. So, while the lemon and the dairy combination can cause digestive distress, this beautiful lemon and raw honey combination is actually helping to soothe your stomach lining and to support a healthy and a balanced gut microbiome. It is a perfect example of a blessed and a very wise partnership between two wonderful natural foods.
So our first smart swap is a delicious one. We swap the lemon and dairy combination for a soothing lemon and raw honey tonic to protect our digestion. That is a fantastic piece of wisdom. Doctor, what is our second dangerous pairing that seniors, especially those with blood sugar concerns, should be very cautious about?
Our second dangerous pairing is perhaps the most common and the most beloved of all in America. It is lemon combined with refined sugar. This is the classic sweet lemonade or the lemon-flavored cake or the lemon pastry. It seems so innocent and so refreshing, but it can be a source of great trouble for an older person's body. The source text for our video tells the very important story of a gentleman whom we will call Frank. He had a daily afternoon ritual of drinking a large glass of homemade lemonade. He made it with fresh lemons, but he also added 2 large spoonfuls of white refined sugar to make it sweet. He came to see me because he was suffering from a terrible energy roller coaster every single day. He told me that he would feel a brief lift after his drink, and then about an hour later, he would feel completely wiped out, and his mind would become very foggy. His doctor had told him that his blood sugar levels were, as the text says, all over the place.
And that energy roller coaster that he was feeling is a classic sign of unstable blood sugar. And what is so fascinating, and what most people do not know, is that the lemon in his drink could actually have been making the sugar crash worse. Let's look at the science of what was happening in his body. When you consume a large amount of refined sugar, your body responds by releasing a big surge of the hormone insulin. The job of insulin is to move that sugar out of your blood and into your cells to be used for energy. But here is the problem. The high level of citric acid from the lemon, as the important study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism suggests, can temporarily interfere with your body's insulin sensitivity. It can make it a little bit harder for your cells to hear the insulin's important message. The result of this is that the glucose from the sugar can linger in your bloodstream for a longer period of time, which causes a bigger and a more prolonged spike. Your body then often overreacts to this big spike by releasing even more insulin. And it is this insulin overreaction that is what leads to that terrible crash an hour or two later, leaving you feeling tired, foggy, and hungry all over again. And this is especially dangerous for a senior who may already be struggling with a little bit of age-related insulin resistance.
So, the lemon and sugar combination can be a true metabolic nightmare for some people. So, doctor, what is the healing swap? How can we use lemon to create a delicious drink that actually helps our metabolism instead of harming it?
The smart and the healing swap is, of course, to avoid sweetening your lemon drinks with refined sugar. Instead, you can turn your simple lemon water into a powerful anti-inflammatory elixir by swapping the sugar for a small amount of turmeric and a tiny pinch of black pepper.
And this is a brilliant and a very ancient healing combination. As we have discussed in many of our videos, the active compound in turmeric, which is called curcumin, is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds on the entire planet. And as we know, reducing chronic inflammation is one of the absolute keys to improving your body's insulin sensitivity and its overall metabolic health.
But here is where the beautiful synergy happens. The natural acidity of the lemon can actually help to activate the curcumin in the turmeric and can help to make it more bioavailable for your body to be able to use. And then, of course, you add that tiny pinch of black pepper. The piperine that is in the black pepper has been shown in multiple studies to boost your body's absorption of that activated curcumin by up to 2,000%. So with this one simple swap, you are turning a drink that causes inflammation and blood sugar chaos into a powerful elixir that actively fights inflammation and supports your long-term metabolic health. It is a truly blessed example of how nature provides these intelligent combinations that work in perfect harmony to support our health. And we love sharing this kind of deep scientific wisdom with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. So our second smart swap is to trade the inflammatory sugar for the powerfully anti-inflammatory combination of turmeric and pepper. That is a brilliant way to support our long-term metabolic health. Doctor, what is the third and final dangerous pairing that our viewers need to be aware of?
Our final problem pairing is a very surprising one for many people because it involves two foods that are considered to be extremely healthy and are very popular in the health community. The danger here is about a risk that can build up silently over time in the body and can cause a great deal of sudden and excruciating pain. It is the combination of lemon with high oxalate foods, such as raw spinach and beets. The source text for our video tells the very important story of a 68-year-old woman whom we will call Linda. She was very dedicated to her health, and she had started a daily habit of drinking a large glass of fresh beet and lemon juice every single morning. She had read online that this was a powerful way to detoxify her liver. But after two separate and terrifying trips to the emergency room with the most excruciating back pain of her life, her doctors finally discovered the problem. She was forming large kidney stones in her body, and they told her that her healthy daily juice was the likely culprit.
That is a shocking and a very frightening story, and it is a perfect example of how a healthy food can become harmful if it is not understood correctly. Let's look at the science of kidney stones because it is so important. The most common type of kidney stone that people get is called a calcium oxalate stone. It forms inside the kidneys when a natural compound called oxalate, which is found in many healthy plant foods, binds together with calcium in the urine, and it forms a hard, sharp, and very painful crystal. Now, a diet that is very, very high in these oxalate-rich foods like raw spinach and beets can be a problem on its own for a person who is sensitive. But as the important study from the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology pointed out, when you combine these high oxalate foods with a high amount of acid, like the citric acid from the lemon juice, you can create the perfect chemical environment in your kidneys for these painful crystals to form. And for a senior whose kidney function may already be a little bit slower and less efficient, it becomes much harder for their body to be able to flush out these compounds, which increases the risk of stone formation even more.
So it is a double threat for the kidneys, both the high oxalates and the high acid at the same time. So, doctor, what is the healing swap? If a person wants a powerful and a delicious drink with lemon that actually helps their circulation in their kidneys, what should they choose instead?
The smart in the healing swap is, of course, to separate your high oxalate foods from your daily lemon drinks. And for a wonderful drink that actually supports your circulation without any of the kidney risk, the perfect healing swap is to combine your lemon with fresh ginger.
And this is another beautiful and a very traditional healing combination that is very safe. This swap is a true powerhouse for your circulation. The lemon, as we know, provides the powerful vitamin C that is absolutely essential for your body to be able to build and to maintain the healthy collagen in all of your blood vessel walls. And the fresh ginger is full of those wonderful and potent compounds, the gingerols.
As we have discussed in other videos, these gingerols are powerfully anti-inflammatory, and they are also known as being warming to the body. This means that they help to gently dilate your blood vessels, which improves your blood flow and can bring a beautiful warming sensation to your hands and your feet. So with this swap, you are getting both the structural support for your blood vessels from the lemon, and you are getting the wonderful circulatory boost from the ginger. It is a blessed and a very intelligent partnership that nourishes the body without causing it any harm or any stress. Doctor, this has been an incredible and a very eye-opening guide. You have taught us how to use the powerful and delicious lemon with great wisdom, turning it from a potential problem into a powerful friend to our health. This is a truly powerful lesson in senior health. Your 3 smart swaps give our viewers a clear path to protect their digestion, their metabolism, and their kidneys. We have learned to swap the problematic combination of lemon and dairy for the soothing combination of lemon and raw honey. We have learned to swap the inflammatory combination of lemon and sugar for the powerfully anti-inflammatory combination of lemon and turmeric. And we have learned to swap the risky combination of lemon and high oxalate foods for the wonderfully circulation-boosting combination of lemon and ginger. By following this wise advice, our viewers can greatly improve their digestion and their overall well-being. This knowledge is a true cornerstone of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical and a daily way to invest in your long-term senior health and to feel your absolute best.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. The lemon is a very good friend to our health, but like any good friend, it gets along much better with some companions than with others. The wisdom is in knowing who to invite to the party that is happening inside your body. I encourage you to be a wise host for your own body.
That is a beautiful metaphor, Doctor. To be a wise host for our body. It's a wonderful reminder to be good stewards of our health by being mindful of the blessed and the very complex ways that the foods we eat can interact with one another. And of course, the wisest first step is always to speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have any existing health conditions like diabetes or any kidney issues. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for the direct medical advice from your own trusted physician. If you found this guide empowering and it changed the way that you look at the simple lemon, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information. And be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who you know loves to use lemons. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and it ensures you will not miss our next practical health guide. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know, what is your favorite healthy and safe way to enjoy the wonderful flavor of lemon? Please share your ideas in the comments below. Thank you for being with us. Be well.